Hey there, paper geeks and glitter nerds. It's another crazy geek crafter. And I haven't actually got a project that I need to do, so this is more of a want to do kind of thing. And that's why I brought out this box. Because this is where I keep everything that I have. Oh, I haven't used yet. Sorry, that was a present from my cousin that I found while cleaning. She made it when she was a lot younger than she is now. So I have some, let's see, get everything out here. Ooh, careful with the camera. Some mama elephant things. It is getting to that point, of course. That could be one thing. I got this stencil. It needs a big card though. It has different moons or suns, depending on what you want. Got Mickey and Minnie. It's also a good one. And please chime in if you see anything you think would be fun. I have some different, I think that's foil, transfer foil. It's some goodies I got as presents. Foam stars and foam cupcakes, apparently. Got some different sequins. There's a pink winter mix. Two of those. Some edible things, bananas, candies, and I think these also look like candy.
Okay.
What else? Yes, indeed. Let's put this one. That belongs. Gummiapan. Oh, and I have ordered the calendar, so it's coming. Christmas dancing. Lavender. Kid things. Music. Books. Furniture. And then comes the food items. I'm not inspired as yet. So let's keep going. And there is a few things from Lawn Fawn. There's the book add-on. No, can't have used this. That's why it's in here, because I never used it. And it's this yellow because there was a period where all my unused products were hanging on the wall, and they didn't like that. I figured if I could see them, it would be easier to get something done, but it didn't work. I got this cereal thing. Roller coaster, yeah, thing, and it's called Village Heroes. Yeah. Let's see, I got a few. Let's take these up. Texts, an image for coloring with some fruits and a latte, I assume. More cake and coffee. This is a passport, Danish passport, a shoe, a drone, and this is for high school. This is a decorative piece, and depending on which kind of high school, if it's technical, if it's trade, the standard one, the fast one, or short one, whatever you want to say. It's supposedly this one, but in 2 years. I don't know about that. And these two are newer. I don't know exactly how they work. So, wrong brand. Okay, then we have an orchid. We have some houses. particularly made for Christmas, but I can use them without the snow, and then it'll just be houses. I have fruits. That's tempting. Oh, here's another Danish one. It's a computer with the keyboard and mouse and everything. Touchpad. Let's put that with the other Danish products. Oh, and MFT drink cart. That's interesting. Let's move these over here because these are also Danish. Let's just start here. Poinsettia, maybe not the time of year for that. These are gifts. This means gift. Smiley face that kisses and a fox. And this is a kind of candy that is mostly associated with Christmas, but you could buy it all year round. It's also a Christmas themed one, æbleskiver, which is a treat you make at Christmas mostly. There's no one says you can't do it otherwise, but people normally don't. And there's confirmations and weddings. These are toppers for the cupcake I have in my stash. Baby and high school. The Easter ones. And a pancake one. Then there's a cart, different treats. I have lilies. I love lilies. There's also a freebie from 2003. I don't know when I'll ever use that, but it's in here. Oh, I have the tulip, and these are, well, this one is all year round, but this one is a, can you call it a cookie when it's actually boiled in fat? It's a deep fried kind of cake, and this one is a cookie. Again, I bought this because I figured I could make this into, this one at least, a Cavalier King Charles Spaniel. These ears are also good for that. Don't know if it will work with this face. That was the thought. I haven't tried it yet. Oh, another Mama Elephant one. I'll put this in here. More books. I love books. I have friends who love books, so it's very useful. Put that in here. So spellbinders, Lavinia. So this was the one that spoke the most to me. So let's try that. No idea what kind of card that would be, but let's take it for a spin. No one had any suggestions that I see. Okay. At least this is with colors, so I'm just gonna move this over here. It's just so I can keep an eye on the chat and bring out. See, right now I am busy printing more drawers for my inks. I can have 12 inks in one of these, and 6 drawers should be enough for the entire collection. I don't have the entire collection yet, but I'll get there. And I also need to print an extra black piece here. So that I can keep the sponge stoppers there. This is my list of distressed colors. I put all my sponge stoppers in trays. So, but we will need some reds. We will need some yellows and greens. And then maybe purple. And also have a few browns here for stems. So yeah, green or red. Bit unsure what that one is. Red, red, blueberries. I have some blues or purples. Yellow, yellow, greenish, brownish, purple, yellow, brown, red. Yeah. So I actually only have the blue ones left up here. And a bit of green. These all the more turquoise greens. That's fine. I haven't marked these yet, but now that I've taken out quite a few, I think maybe I'll need to number the drawers so I can put them in right. And also want to put, for this tray for instance, I want a blue dot and a purple dot and a brown dot for these. And right now they're condensed, so the ones I'm missing, for instance, I don't have Kitsch Flamingo. It is supposed to go in here instead of this one, and then it will move as such onto the next trays. But I don't have that one. But I didn't want to leave an empty space. So, and these all have a feature, which is I put holes in the bottom so I can poke these out. There are nothing keeping them from sliding about though. That's why I made paper holders for these. It's just not enough sponge stoppers in that one to keep it down. Yeah. So that's the side project I actually have to run in a minute or something to go get a tray and put another one in. Start another one. But I think for working it's better to put them over here. That'll be easier. And let's get sufficient piece of paper. I did rearrange my craft space recently. Got a new desk and things, so everything is still in a bit of a limbo. Isn't that enough? Yeah, 13. Should be enough. Should be enough. Alright. And the question is if I want to use a position for this. This one is too small. I'll need the bigger one. Where did that go? Here we go. Okay. Yeah, that was the printer. I don't know if you could hear it, but I could. So just be a second. I'll just make a note here. I don't like to leave my screen without putting in a note. Hopefully all generations understands this one. I will be right back. Ta-da! This is so magical. I love 3D printing. And I can't give you the file for this, even if you wanted it. I took someone else's design and adjusted it to match what I needed. So I don't have the copyright for it. I would, it's something I have strict rules about. Copyrights, important. If someone takes the time to make something. Ooh. There we go. Then you should respect their property. Okay. All right. So where do we start? And there's an opening. Come on. Okay. And cut off the excess. I just prefer the two sides to stick together. I had, when I first started out with this kind of crafting, I had one of my acetate sheets for my stamp disappear, and after that I've been taping them to make sure that doesn't happen. Okay. Let's see. It's sticky. Thinking I'll start with the nap. It's one of those that you actually have to layer, in my opinion. You could also, okay. This is not easy to get off. Oh, goodness. So we'll start with this one. And it's important to remember that it's brand new, so just... Doesn't really want to stick either. Interesting. I'm thinking for the if I'm doing a cut apple, then I'll need the inside to be kind of yellow. I think this is the best one for it. I think maybe if I was doing Pink Lady, oh, carefully stay there, I might do dried marigold, but I think for this one I'll just do, or maybe for Granny Smith it'd be a bit greener in the color. Okay. All right. Water. We have to get off the other piece. Ooh. Sorry about the sound effects, but good thing I had it on noise. So, green or red apple, green or red apple. And the center should be black, maybe actually. That would mean an extra tray of colors. Let's do a bright apple here. I'm trying not to hit the seeds in the middle. On purpose, by the way. I'm a bit off. I rarely do layered stamping, so it doesn't surprise me. Oh, not on my paper. Okay. This one, I will need my sponged up to get just the seeds. I think that'll be the easiest way to do it. Like so. Don't need to be any darker than that, I'd say. Okay, put that back where it came from. And I can clean that. I try to adjust the camera so you don't actually see anything beyond the table, but it keeps moving the picture for some reason. So I'm sorry that you can see the chair. That's not supposed to happen. Next fruit. Let's try the melon. Let's just start at the top. Maybe we do lumberjack for a different kind of red. And I haven't been writing these down, I'm sorry. Let's do that again. All right. So this makes the space of the white piece on its own. So just need the green for this. So what kind of green? Molon or forest moss, maybe both. Could do this one first. And then add some of this one. Let's see if that's even visible. Tiny bit. Okay. Clean it off. And put it back. Then we have cherries. And I put them upside down on purpose. Cherries. That's a very dark red. Do we have one of those? And that is lumberjack plaid. Maybe we just need to ink it a few extra times then. I don't even have anything really truly. I took a picture of some cherries one year. And I keep it on my phone to remind me how dark cherries actually are. And they're almost purpley dark sometimes. When they're really, really ripe. Just to remind myself. I also took a picture of strawberries. So really up close. It was really nice. I don't think this is the best paper for this. It's too bad. It's what we are working with. The stems for the cherries. Okay. Actually, let's do brown. That would be more accurate. This weird one. I'm thinking it's supposed to look like a peach. Or a apricot. It's a really big apricot then. Let's put it here. Maybe if we do dried marigold a few times, it will be dark enough to resemble a peach. Oh, don't run away. Just gonna try and do this around the edges maybe. I do not know how well that went. It could be worse, could be better. That's the peach. There's a leaf here. Thinking here, maybe. Yeah, should be there. Well, let's do it in some kind of light green. Let's do shabby shutters. Cleaning the leaf. Probably also use it for the apple and the pear. But let's just start here. Let's do a banana. Let's get something yellow in here. That'll be, let's do fossilized amber and then maybe some brown on the edges. I think that'll be good. Maybe I should try the. Is this the one? No, that's hickory smoke. Vintage photo. The system isn't perfect, but I'm working on it. gave something up here at least. Blueberries. Maybe keep those for later, and the same with the raspberry, and strawberries are kind of big. Let's jump forward to grapes. Seedless preserves must be the perfect color for grapes. At least red grapes or purple or whatever you call them. And there was a curly thing. Those are normally associated with grapes. It will have to be brown. Let's do walnut stain, just for something different. Oh, it's not a curly thing. It's a strawberry thing. It looked like a curly thing. You know, kind of like on pumpkins. Grapes have the same tendency for grabby vines. All right, that was not right. Let's do the pineapple next. It'll be some kind of a yellow. Let's try this wild honey, because they can be a bit brown or green, and brown and green and yellow on the outside. Try and even that out. And I guess let's put my papers here. Do some brown on the outside. So these two. Stop rolling around. The top of the pineapple. Let's do crushed olive. It's a bit more muted normally, but just want some variety in my greens here. We have the pear, if I can get it off. There maybe. And it has that kind of yellow, green, brown color. So let's start with sharp shutters as a base coat. Yeah. And then maybe some fossilized amber. That would be these are blues and purples, reds. Cow pumpkin, that's up here. Mustard seed. That would make this one fossilized amber. No. CO. Crushed olive. Squeezed lemonade. Where did fossilized amber go? Like I said, I need a better system for these. I think I need to write them out completely now because there's so many of them. Okay. That wasn't this one. That was here. Maybe take tea dye. Get it out of here. Add a bit of brown at the top here. That'll do. And clean it. And it needs a stick. Like that. Which needs to be brown. Clean. Ooh. Uh-oh. Found it. Oh goodness. Let's put this back here before it jumps again. I really need to fix the mistake I made here. Let's see. And again, we need something red. Okay. Kind of saved. Kind of. I have citrus slices. Let's do a bright orange. Spiced marmalade, maybe? Trying just to hit the rind now, to darken up the outside edges. Yeah, I think that worked. I was afraid of the yellow line, but it did actually turn dark enough that it was orange. Okay. And here. Let's see. This is my last card front from this company. I think they went out of business. It's always fun when you move things around, trying to find anything. There's a logical place for everything every time you move it. I think. Just have to remember where it is. So we still need to cover this corner and this. So if we move these here, then maybe it'll be better. Right? Let's see. Let's take a pencil and mark out how far out we need to go. For it to look natural. Put them all the way out here. Maybe that's better. The blueberries are the last ones because they can go in here and here. Let's do the bigger strawberry in the other corner. It's willing. And the top of it. Do a dark green for that one. Okay. Cleaning it up. Raspberries. That's right. They have this kind of pinkish color. I do have one that's called pink raspberry, but I think maybe that's too pink. I don't know. Let's try it out. I just need some multiple stamping situation. I think I'll move this one Just need a piece of acetate like things. And do an extra one over here because it has that different kind of color pop. And I'm thinking there's a bigger banana. I'm putting it over here. Just need to clean off the raspberry first. And nope, put it in place. Big banana. Good, and we did fossilized amber before. That worked out pretty well. And then some brown with a sponge dauber. Actually, maybe I can do the very tip with the ink pad. Not too bad. Okay, we still need something here, over here, and up here. Now I think it's time to start repeating. And like I said, blueberries at the end. Let's do... Pear apple. I can do a whole apple in green, for instance, like a Granny Smith. Let's do it there. Let's do mowed lawn. It's the first layer. And then twisted citron. To kind of yellow it. Giving it that really sharp Granny Smith kind of color. I like that. I like that. That's why. That's the way. They're really close in this corner. Over here. And here. Let's do some grapes. Could do some grapes here or here. I think it's better over here. And then the question is green or more purple. I think haven't cleaned that right, so let's do more purple. Tiny stick here, that must be done for the gray. I have to be careful cleaning that. do a vintage photo. And carefully clean this off. Okay. And then over here. I haven't used the lemon, but kind of, it's not a fruit you actually eat. At least I don't. Could do another pineapple. Like that. More technically this way. I think that's what we'll do. We did that one in wild honey, if I remember correct. And let's do a bit of green. That'll be somewhere here. Mode long. Okay. Back where it came from. Should have been closer. Too bad. All right. How far are we? About an hour. Okay. Let's do blueberries then. What color would that be? I may actually need paper charts. They're really, really dark blue. Let's do ultramarine, which is not in this tray. Of course it isn't. Uncharted Mariner, not ultramarine. My bad. I think this one is pretty juicy. Over there. This is just so I don't accidentally get smooches on the cardstock when I don't want them. Okay, you're just like that. Okay, so where do we go next? Over here. I love these little filler pieces. I may also do some loose leaves. Could do that too. Nope. Move it. Need something else over here. Maybe if I do one of these. Just gonna move these to the side. Rose carp pumpkin, I think. I may put one over here as well. Maybe just a slice. Then trying to darken the rim instead of the center. I still need a little bit here. No orange blueberries, please. Okay, this one. Nice. Down here. Maybe I need a blueberry over here. Okay. Pick him up. Works best that way. All right. I think that could do it. Clean. gonna be fun. Oh, I should just clean off anything that got on the stand position as well. All of these back here. Let's just put them in here. And red first, yellow, purple, and the browns and grays. And all right. Just putting my distresses to the side because I think I'm gonna need something to die cut this with. But I think I have a plate here somewhere. That might do. That'll do. Like that, I think. Excuse me. That was annoying. Let's just run this through. Come on. And then there's a question, should I do a frame in a different color? Come on. I'm not throwing this out yet because I may need a decorative strip or two for the inside. And this would do very nicely. I know my plates are really bad. I'm thinking something like this, grounding color. It's a good thing about my new tape. It's very slippery. It's easy to push and pull my big die cut machine around. Let's see. It could also be this one, of course. Then a sentiment of some kind. Thinking maybe it's just a basic congratulations of some sort. Since I don't have a purpose for the card yet. And it's just alphabets. This is hard. Is it this one maybe? I don't know. This, let's put this on here and then figure something out. Oop. Don't stab me. That worked. Just gonna do inlay here. Oh, I accidentally turned it around. Doesn't matter much. Doesn't matter much. I don't have any fruity sentiments though. This way. this. Okay. I like to just use the lines in the machine whenever I can. Let's try and put this back to the square. See how much of it we can use. Here. And this one is a tiny bit off here. Doesn't matter too much. Let's cut it here. There. This is just procrastination because I don't know what sentiment to put out front. Don't think any of the ones I have are that great. This is where it would be very handy to have a Cricut Joy or Joy Extra. And I could just write the sentiment I wanted and make the machine cut it out. That is annoying. Better. Except I have ink on my fingers. Okay. Fruit themed inside and out. And as always, whenever I am in doubt about something, I start cleaning, because sometimes that just helps my brain make a decision. But no, I don't think it needs it. I actually like it like that. Gone it is. And these here. I have a tendency to keep these because if I want to do a card where these parts are raised, then I already have some cut. And as you see, mostly in neutral colors. That's why I don't keep the frame, because it's not neutral. Nope, I should put the die inside as well. stay put. I need to make a new one, I think. It's lost its sticky. Nah, I can't make a decision, so it'll stay like this for now. Someday I'll need it, and I'll know what to put on it. But this was fun, getting to use something new, and actually a brand I don't use that much. Don't have too many. I can't put that away because I need to write down what I used. Yeah, I guess this is it then. Live number 60. I hope you enjoyed it. I will be back next week. Yeah, I should be here next Sunday with another card. Until then, I hope you'll be having a good day, evening, or night. Again soon.